two humble vegetables sitting in your grocery aisle: broccoli with its vibrant green tree-like florets, and cauliflower, its paler cousin often shining in white, though sometimes appearing in surprising purples, oranges, or greens. They might seem like simple side dishes, maybe even a bit bland to some, but hidden within their cellular structure lies an astonishing arsenal of compounds actively working to protect, nourish, and even optimize the very cells that make you, your brain cells. We're talking about neurons, those intricate, delicate, electrically charged messengers, and the glial cells, their essential support crew that keeps everything running smoothly. Keeping these cells healthy, resilient, and communicating effectively isn't just about feeling sharp today. It's about building a fortress against cognitive decline, memory fog, and neurodegenerative diseases down the line. And believe it or not, regularly incorporating broccoli and cauliflower into your meals is one of the most potent dietary strategies you can employ for this critical mission. It's like giving your brain a deep, cellular-level tune-up with every bite. The true superstar power within these cruciferous vegetables, particularly potent in broccoli but significantly present in cauliflower too, comes from a remarkable compound called sulforaphane. Think of sulforaphane not as the finished product sitting in the veggie, but as a powerful agent waiting to be unleashed. It starts its life as a relatively inert precursor molecule called glucoraphanin, bundled together peacefully in the plant cell. Separately stored in another compartment is an enzyme called myrosinase. This separation is nature's clever design. When you chop, chew, or even just damage the vegetable, like when you're preparing it, you rupture those cell walls, allowing glucoraphanin and myrosinase to finally meet. This meeting triggers a rapid chemical reaction, a bit like mixing two harmless chemicals to create something potent. That reaction is where the magic happens. Myrosinase acts like a molecular key, unlocking glucoraphanin and transforming it into the highly biologically active sulforaphane. This is why preparation method matters so much. Raw or lightly cooked broccoli/cauliflower maximizes this conversion because high heat can destroy the sensitive myrosinase enzyme. Steaming for just a few minutes is often considered the sweet spot, enough heat to make it palatable and potentially increase the bioavailability of some nutrients, but gentle enough to preserve most of that precious enzyme activity. If you do cook it thoroughly, like boiling it to death, which we don't recommend, pairing it with a source of active myrosinase can help salvage some sulforaphane potential. Think adding a sprinkle of raw mustard seeds, which are rich in myrosinase, some daikon radish, arugula, or even powdered mustard seed to the cooked dish. Your gut bacteria also possess some myrosinase activity, so you'll still get some sulforaphane formation even from cooked veggies, just potentially less efficiently. So, what makes sulforaphane such a powerhouse for brain cells? Its superpower lies primarily in its ability to activate a fundamental cellular defense and cleanup pathway called the NRF2 pathway. Picture NRF2 as the master conductor of your body's internal antioxidant and detoxification orchestra. Normally, NRF2 is kept inactive, tethered inside the cell. But when sulforaphane arrives on the scene, or when cells encounter oxidative stress or toxins, it acts like a key, releasing NRF2. This liberated maestro then travels into the cell nucleus, the command center, and binds to specific regions of DNA called antioxidant response elements, Rs. Binding to these Rs is like flipping on a bank of powerful switches. This action turns on the transcription, the reading and copying, of dozens upon dozens of genes responsible for producing a vast array of protective proteins. We're talking about phase 2 detoxification enzymes that neutralize harmful toxins and carcinogens. We're talking about potent endogenous antioxidants like glutathione, often called the body's master antioxidant, and enzymes like superoxide dismutase, SOD, and catalase, which are your frontline defense against the relentless onslaught of reactive oxygen species, ROS, commonly known as free radicals. Why is this NRF2 activation so crucial for your brain? Your brain is uniquely vulnerable. It's an energy-hungry organ, consuming about 20% of your body's oxygen despite being only 2% of its weight. All that metabolic activity, while essential, inevitably generates free radicals as byproducts, like exhaust fumes from a high-performance engine. Furthermore, the brain is rich in easily oxidizable fats, polyunsaturated fatty acids that make up cell membranes, and has relatively lower levels of some antioxidant defenses compared to other organs. It also contains cells, neurons, that generally don't divide and replace themselves easily once mature. This combination makes the brain exceptionally susceptible to oxidative stress, the damage caused when free radicals overwhelm the body's antioxidant defenses. Oxidative stress is like rust accumulating on metal. It damages cellular components like lipids in cell membranes, proteins crucial for signaling, and even DNA itself. This damage is a major contributor to the aging process of the brain and is heavily implicated in the development and progression of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. By powerfully boosting your brain's own antioxidant and detoxification capacity via NRF2 activation, sulforaphane from broccoli and cauliflower provides a sustained, internal defense force, constantly mopping up those damaging free radicals and neutralizing toxins before they can inflict significant harm on your precious neurons and glial cells. It's like upgrading your brain's internal fire department and hazmat team. But sulforaphane's brain benefits extend far beyond just antioxidant defense. It's also a potent anti-inflammatory agent within the nervous system. Chronic, low-grade inflammation in the brain, often called neuroinflammation, is another insidious enemy of brain health. While acute inflammation is a necessary part of the immune response to injury or infection, when inflammation becomes persistent and unresolved, it turns destructive. Microglia, the brain's resident immune cells, are meant to be the guardians, clearing away debris and pathogens. However, under chronic stress, toxin exposure, or damage, they can become overactivated or primed, shifting into a harmful state where they pump out a barrage of pro-inflammatory signaling molecules called cytokines, like TNF-alpha, IL-1-beta, IL-6. This inflammatory soup damages neurons, disrupts communication between them, synapses, and can even contribute to the formation of pathological protein aggregates like amyloid beta plaques, associated with Alzheimer's, or alpha-synuclein, associated with Parkinson's. Sulforaphane acts as a modulator. It doesn't completely shut down the immune response, which would be dangerous, but it helps calm the overzealous microglia, reducing the production of those damaging inflammatory cytokines. It does this partly by inhibiting the activation of a key inflammatory signaling complex called NF-kappa B, nuclear factor kappa light chain enhancer of activated B cells, which acts as a master switch for inflammation. By dampening this harmful neuroinflammation, sulforaphane helps create a calmer, healthier environment where brain cells can function optimally and are less likely to succumb to inflammatory damage over time. Think of it as applying a soothing balm to the irritated tissues within your skull. The magic continues. Sulforaphane appears to play a role in stimulating the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF. BDNF is often described as fertilizer for the brain. It's a protein essential for the survival of existing neurons, particularly vulnerable ones involved in learning, memory, and higher cognitive functions. But its role is even more dynamic. BDNF promotes the growth and differentiation of new neurons and synapses, neurogenesis and synaptogenesis, especially in the hippocampus, your brain's memory center. It enhances synaptic plasticity, the ability of synapses, the connections between neurons, to strengthen or weaken over time in response to activity. This plasticity is the fundamental cellular mechanism underlying learning and memory. Higher levels of BDNF are strongly associated with improved cognitive function, enhanced learning and memory, and a reduced risk of neurodegenerative diseases and depression. Conversely, low levels are linked to cognitive decline. Research suggests that sulforaphane can increase BDNF levels in the brain. While the exact mechanisms are still being elucidated, it's thought to involve activating certain protective pathways, like NRF2 itself might play a role, and potentially modulating other signaling cascades. By boosting BDNF, sulforaphane derived from broccoli and cauliflower isn't just protecting existing brain cells, it's actively encouraging the brain to grow new connections, adapt, learn, and remember more effectively. It's helping your brain maintain its youthful resilience and capacity for change, known as neuroplasticity. Broccoli and cauliflower also contribute significantly to brain health through their rich content of essential vitamins and minerals, acting as foundational cofactors in countless cellular processes. Both are excellent sources of vitamin K. This vitamin is crucial for synthesizing sphingolipids, a specific type of fat densely packed into the myelin sheath. The myelin sheath is the fatty insulating layer that wraps around the axons of neurons, much like the insulation on an electrical wire. Its job is critical. It allows electrical nerve impulses to travel rapidly and efficiently along the nerve fiber without leaking out. Damage to myelin, demyelination, seen in conditions like multiple sclerosis, severely disrupts nerve signaling. Adequate vitamin K supports the ongoing maintenance and integrity of this vital insulation. Then there's folate, vitamin B9. Folate is absolutely fundamental for brain function across the lifespan. It plays a central role in the synthesis and metabolism of neurotransmitters, the chemical messengers neurons use to communicate. Key neurotransmitters like serotonin, regulating mood, sleep, appetite, dopamine, involved in reward, motivation, movement, and norepinephrine, affecting alertness and arousal, all rely on folate-dependent processes for their production. Folate is also critical for homocysteine metabolism. Homocysteine is an amino acid. High levels in the blood are a known independent risk factor for cognitive decline, dementia, and stroke. Folate, working with vitamins B6 and B12, helps convert homocysteine into harmless methionine. Without sufficient folate, homocysteine builds up, potentially damaging blood vessels, including those supplying the brain, and having direct toxic effects on neurons. Ensuring adequate folate intake from foods like broccoli and cauliflower helps keep homocysteine levels in check and supports optimal neurotransmitter balance. Vitamin C is another potent antioxidant found abundantly in these veggies, particularly broccoli. While it works throughout the body, its presence in the brain helps directly scavenge free radicals and also regenerates other antioxidants like vitamin E, providing an additional layer of defense against oxidative stress specifically within neural tissue. Choline, while more famously associated with eggs and liver, is also present in significant amounts in broccoli and cauliflower, especially cauliflower. Choline is a vital precursor to acetylcholine, one of the most important neurotransmitters in the brain. Acetylcholine is essential for memory formation, learning, attention, and muscle control. Deficiencies in acetylcholine signaling are a hallmark feature of Alzheimer's disease. Dietary choline supports the production and function of this critical neurotransmitter. Minerals like potassium are vital for maintaining the electrical gradients across neuronal membranes, essential for generating and conducting nerve impulses. Manganese acts as a cofactor for the powerful antioxidant enzyme superoxide dismutase, SOD, which we mentioned earlier as part of the NRF2 defense system. The synergy is powerful. While sulforaphane ramps up the production of your internal defense systems, these essential vitamins and minerals act as the necessary tools and cofactors those systems need to function effectively, all delivered in the same whole food package. Let's not forget the incredible contribution of dietary fiber, abundant in both broccoli and cauliflower. While fiber itself doesn't directly nourish brain cells in the same way, its impact on gut health has profound, ripple effect consequences for the brain via the gut-brain axis. This axis is a complex, bidirectional communication highway linking your central nervous system, brain and spinal cord, with your enteric nervous system, the second brain in your gut. They communicate via neural pathways, hormones, and crucially, immune system signaling. The trillions of bacteria residing in your gut, your microbiome, play a starring role in this communication. Dietary fiber, particularly the insoluble kind plentiful in broccoli and cauliflower, acts as a prebiotic. Prebiotics are essentially food for your beneficial gut bacteria, probiotics. When you eat fiber, it passes largely undigested to your colon, where these friendly microbes ferment it. This fermentation process produces essential nutrients for the gut lining and generates beneficial short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs, like butyrate, acetate, and propionate. SCFAs are powerhouse molecules. Butyrate, in particular, is the preferred fuel source for the cells lining your colon, helping maintain a strong, healthy gut barrier, preventing leaky gut, where toxins and undigested particles can seep into the bloodstream, triggering systemic inflammation, including neuroinflammation. Furthermore, SCFAs can enter the bloodstream and even cross the blood-brain barrier. Once in the brain, they exert anti-inflammatory effects, support the integrity of the blood-brain barrier itself, and may even influence neurotransmitter production and brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, levels. Research is increasingly linking a healthy, diverse gut microbiome, supported by high fiber intake, to improved mood, reduced anxiety and depression, enhanced cognitive function, and potentially a lower risk of neurodegenerative diseases. By feeding your good gut bacteria with broccoli and cauliflower fiber, you're indirectly nurturing a calmer, healthier, better functioning brain. It's a classic example of nourishing your second brain to support your primary one. Cauliflower deserves special mention for its unique versatility and specific contributions. While often overshadowed by broccoli's sulforaphane fame, cauliflower is a nutritional powerhouse in its own right. As mentioned, it's a very good source of choline, crucial for acetylcholine synthesis and brain development, especially important during pregnancy. It's also rich in vitamin C and contains significant amounts of folate and vitamin K. But cauliflower's unique superpower for brain health might lie in its culinary flexibility. Its relatively neutral flavor and remarkable ability to be transformed, riced, mashed, roasted into steaks, used as a low-carb pizza crust, or blended into soups, makes it an incredibly easy vehicle for incorporating brain-boosting nutrients into the diet, even for picky eaters or those following specific dietary patterns like low-carb or keto. This adaptability is key to consistent consumption. You're far more likely to eat something regularly if you enjoy it and it fits seamlessly into your meals. Cauliflower allows you to sneak those sulforaphane precursors, fiber, choline, and antioxidants into dishes you already love, significantly increasing your overall intake of neuroprotective compounds without feeling like a chore. A diet rich in varied, enjoyable vegetables is a sustainable diet, and sustainability is paramount for long-term brain health. Think of cauliflower as the adaptable undercover agent delivering brain nutrients in delicious disguise. Understanding how to maximize the brain benefits of broccoli and cauliflower is crucial. We touched on preparation. Raw or lightly steamed broccoli maximizes sulforaphane yield due to preserving the myrosinase enzyme. Aim for steaming for about 3 to 4 minutes. If you prefer boiling, keep it brief. Chopping or crushing the florets and letting them sit for about 30 to 40 minutes before cooking allows the glucoraphanin and myrosinase to interact fully, maximizing sulforaphane formation even if you then apply gentle heat. As mentioned, pairing cooked broccoli/cauliflower with a raw myrosinase source, mustard seed powder, daikon radish, arugula, watercress, horseradish, can significantly boost sulforaphane production in the absence of the vegetable's own enzymes. Sprouts deserve a special shout-out. Broccoli sprouts, in particular, contain concentrated levels of glucoraphanin, often 10 to 100 times higher than mature broccoli heads. Adding a small handful of broccoli sprouts to salads, sandwiches, or smoothies is a potent way to get a megadose of the precursor. Consistency is key. The protective effects build over time. Aim to include these vegetables several times per week, if not daily. Explore variety. Try purple cauliflower, rich in anthocyanins, another brain-protective antioxidant, Romanesco broccoli, with its stunning fractal pattern, or broccolini. Combine them with healthy fats, like olive oil, avocado, when eating, as sulforaphane is fat-soluble, meaning dietary fat enhances its absorption into your bloodstream and ultimately, across the blood-brain barrier. Roasting cauliflower with olive oil or drizzling steamed broccoli with an olive oil and lemon dressing isn't just tasty, it's strategic for brain nutrition. The implications of making broccoli and cauliflower dietary staples are profound. We live in an age where cognitive decline and neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's are escalating concerns. While genetics play a role, lifestyle factors, especially diet, are increasingly recognized as major modifiable risk factors. The unique combination found in these vegetables, potent NRF2 activators like sulforaphane quelling oxidative stress and inflammation, BDNF boosters supporting neuronal growth and plasticity, essential vitamins and minerals acting as critical cofactors, fiber nurturing a brain-friendly microbiome, provides a multi-pronged defense. Regular consumption contributes to maintaining the structural integrity of neurons, protecting membranes and myelin, optimizing their function, ensuring efficient signaling via neurotransmitters and electrical impulses, enhancing their adaptability and resilience through neuroplasticity and BDNF, and creating a healthy, low-inflammation, well-detoxified environment for them to thrive in. It's not about a single magic bullet. It's about providing the brain cells with the comprehensive support system they desperately need to withstand the challenges of aging, environmental toxins, stress, and metabolic byproducts. This is foundational, cellular-level support that pharmaceuticals often struggle to replicate effectively. Think about the sheer elegance of it. Evolution shaped these plants to produce glucoraphanin and myrosinase as a defense mechanism against pests, the sulforaphane created when the plant is damaged deters insects. Yet, in humans, that same defensive chemistry, when triggered by our preparation, chopping, chewing, becomes a powerful protective elixir for our most vital organ. It's a beautiful example of nature providing solutions within whole foods. While research into specific doses for specific brain conditions is ongoing, the totality of evidence from cellular studies, animal models, and emerging human observational and interventional trials paints a compelling picture. Diets rich in cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower are consistently associated with better cognitive outcomes, slower rates of cognitive decline, and reduced risk of neurodegenerative diseases. They are affordable, accessible, versatile, and when prepared thoughtfully, delicious tools for proactive brain health. So, the next time you stand before that display of green broccoli crowns and creamy white, or vibrantly colored, cauliflower heads, see them for what they truly are, not just vegetables, but sophisticated nutritional packages engineered by nature to safeguard the intricate cellular machinery of your mind. Chopping that broccoli isn't just meal prep. It's activating a biochemical cascade designed to fortify your neurons. Steaming that cauliflower isn't just cooking, it's gently unlocking compounds that calm brain inflammation and support vital connections. Including them regularly in your diet is one of the most impactful, science-backed choices you can make to invest in the long-term health, clarity, and resilience of your brain cells. It's a simple, delicious act of profound self-care for the most complex part of you. Your future cognitive self will thank you for every floor it consumed.